Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to discussing about NISM Series 8 Equity Derivatives mock test for Chapter 9. First question. Income from equity derivative trading is classified as option A capital gains, option B agriculture income, option C business income and option D dividend income. The correct answer is option C business income. As per Income Tax Act, trading in F&O is treated as business income. Next question. Which of the following section covers tax audit applicability for F&O business income? Option A, Section 44AB. Option B, Section 80C. Option C, Section 1038. And option D, Section 44 ADA. The correct answer is option A, Section 44 AB. Next question. A trader reports F&O turnover of 1.5 crore. What applies? Option A, no audit needed. Option B, tax audit is mandatory. Option C, tax-free income. And option D, only 5% income taxed. Correct answer is option B, tax audit is mandatory. Tax audit is required if turnover greater than 1 crore or 10 crore if 95% is digital. Next question. In accounting, premium paid on option buying is option A shown as a liability, option B charged as expense, option C recorded as asset, option D recorded as capital gain. The correct answer is option B charged as expense. Premium is treated as cost or expense in the books of the buyer. Next question. MTM profit or loss is accounted option A on trade date, option B on payment date, option C daily in P&L and option D only on expiry. The correct answer is option C daily in P&L. MTM values are updated daily and shown in the profit and loss account. Next question. Which method is acceptable for computing derivatives turnover for tax audit? Option A FIFO, option B LIFO, option C MTM gain or loss plus premium plus settlement difference and option D closing price minus opening price. Correct answer is option C MTM gain or loss plus premium plus settlement difference. Next question. Loss from F&O trading can be option A set off against salary income, option B set off against business income, option C not set off at all, option D carried forward for 2 years only. Correct answer is option B set off against business income. Next question. Maximum number of years F&O loss can be carry forward is option A 2 years, option B 4 years, option C 8 years and option D indefinite. Correct answer is option C 8 years. Next question. For turnover calculation in options trading, which components are included? Option A only premium, option B only MTM, option C premium plus exercised or expired value and option D strike price only. Correct answer is option C premium plus exercised or expired value. Next question. In options, if a call option expires worthless, the loss to buyer is option A MTM difference, option B strike price, option C entire premium paid and option D half of premium. Correct answer is option C entire premium paid. Next question. Which of the following ITR form is used for F&O traders? Individuals with business income. Option A ITR 1, option B ITR 2, option C ITR 3 and option D ITR 4. Correct answer is option C ITR 3. Next question. Turnover in F&O for audit is computed as per option A broker's P&L report, option B SEBI circular, option C ICAI guidelines and option D ITD advisory. Correct answer is option C ICAI guidelines. Next question. Can F&O losses be set off against speculative income? Option A yes, option B no, option C only up to 1 lakh and option D only in same year. Correct answer is option B no. F&O is non-speculative, hence cannot be set off against speculative income like intraday equity loss. Next question. If tax audit is applicable, return must be filed by option A 31st July, option B 30th September, option C 31st October and option D 31st December. Correct answer is option C 31st October. Tax audit cases must file by 31st October of the assessment year. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe for more chapters.